Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name's Mayanthi, I'm a qualified counsellor, and I share videos about my life as well as how I got into the counselling field and any tips or advice that you might like to know if you're looking to become a counsellor or work in the field as well. So keep watching. In today's video I'll be showing bits and pieces of a little road trip we're going on. Currently the car is being charged, so I just wanted to start the video here. And then I will show bits and pieces, but I've also had some comments about people who are of culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds, so called backgrounds, looking to either move to Australia to work in the counselling field or even study in the counselling field. So to be honest, that's not my specialty area. I don't know everything about, you know, the job market for that community group or even like study opportunities. I would always recommend speaking to a migration lawyer or a migration agent. They would know best and they would be able to advise you accordingly. I have come across a TikToker who makes short form videos about updates to migration laws to Australia and things like that. So I'll find her, so here we go. So this is her channel or her profile. It's called Migration Lawyer or Tracy Migration, and she makes different videos about all the different updates to migration law in Australia. So I would definitely recommend checking her out. I've come across a few of her videos that seemed helpful.
Here are some things that you need to know about the upcoming changes for the 485 visa here in Australia. So first of all, people ask, what is the actual cutoff?
So I feel like she just explains it in a very clear and easy to understand way that is not including all the jargon, because that can be really hard to understand. But I guess one of my other tips is, if you're of a culturally and linguistically diverse background and you're worried about finding jobs here in Australia, one of the things I recommend basically for anyone to do is, if you're studying counselling and you're wanting to get jobs after that, do volunteering work, because that will get you some experience, and a lot of jobs here need experience. So while I was studying, I volunteered at the Women's and Children's Hospital, and I really enjoyed that work, and I would do it again, not just for the hours but because I enjoy it. Sorry, I just had to change the location of the camera because my arm was starting to hurt. But basically what I was saying is, I think it's really important if you can do some volunteering work, because a lot of jobs look for many hours or many years of experience even before you can even apply for a particular job, especially in social work. If you're looking to work in a field like domestic violence or homelessness, working with young people, they do look for that experience. So use your time while you're studying to actually volunteer in areas that are relevant to what kind of jobs you want to get in the future. And once you also get to know people at a certain workplace or organization, they're more likely going to consider you for potential upcoming roles, because they already know you, they know how you work, they know your personality, and they know that you'd potentially fit into the team culture from the get-go. So my tip is volunteering. And in terms of actually coming to Australia or what you can study, which will give you a visa in the end, look into getting in contact with a migration agent and looking at what you can find on social media and Googling as well. You'd be surprised. Go on the Australian government websites to find out what kind of courses you can actually get a PR or permanent residency from afterwards. But sometimes it can be hard to understand when you're doing the research yourself. That's why a migration agent would be helpful. Last night we just came home from our little road trip away and catching up with some friends, and today I got ready and I was meant to go for a walk with a friend, but she ended up coming over and we just sat and chatted for a couple hours. Didn't go for that walk, but we're probably going to go in a bit. I'll go with my husband and we'll go for a walk just to get a little bit of exercise in, and it's a nice day today, so go to get some fresh air. But before I go, I've got this order from Nudie Glow. So I get my skincare from Nudie Glow because they have lots of Korean brands on there, and I was running out of my moisturizer, so I had to order that, and I ordered something else as well. And they usually give little samples with your order, so I always get excited to see what little free samples come through and what I can try. But in terms of what I was talking about yesterday about being of different backgrounds and getting jobs in the counselling field, or thinking about coming to Australia to study counselling, I also wanted to mention that there are some organisations that work with communities with different cultural backgrounds. So it can actually be a benefit for you if you are of a different cultural background and you're looking to work with similar community groups, because those organisations would prefer that you can speak the language that the clients would speak and be able to understand the culture as well. Because with counselling, the Western approach is not always the best or the kind of required approach for working with all different communities. So if you come from a certain background and you join an organisation which works with people from those backgrounds, then you would actually be a benefit to that organisation. There's also different organisations that work with people of refugee background and asylum seekers. So just because you come from a different country or speak a different language, or if English is your second language, it may not be something that is looked, and this sounds bad, but sometimes it can be a deciding factor between you and another person, even though it's not, you know, stated that that's the reason. But it just depends on who would be the best fit for working in that organisation, working with the clients that they work with. But there are definitely organisations where it would be a benefit where you do have a different cultural background. So I just wanted to add that in to what I talked about yesterday. So now I'll show you what came in the package. So these are the little samples. So there's a Midnight Blue Calming Cream from Claire's, which is the brand that I get my moisturizer from as well. And then there's this Snail and Azulene Water Essence, which looks interesting as well. And then a Chestnut AHA 8% Clear Essence. So there's lots of essences and things, which I haven't really tried much on my skin, but I am excited to try them. And so this is my moisturizer. This is the Claire's, what is it called? Rich Moist Soothing Cream. And my skin is quite sensitive, so it doesn't work with all different products, but this one has been really good for me. And the other thing I got, which I'm pretty excited to try and I haven't tried before, is the Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. So this is, I've seen this all over social media, TikTok, and it has that kind of snail mucin consistency. And yeah, it's meant to be, I think, moisturizing for the skin, and also helps with the skin texture and any pigmentation as well. So yeah, looking forward to trying that. And that's where I'm going to end this video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to subscribe and also hit the little thumbs up button, because the more you like these videos, the more I can make. So please make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.